Hello, good morning everyone. I'm just going to take a few minutes to make sure everyone can hear me. Make sure I'm live on Facebook. Make sure I'm live on Instagram. Cool. This looks good. All right, everybody, welcome to the guided mindset practice for the new year for therapists. I'm really excited to be sharing this with you. These cameras are in very different places. This is going to be fun. Yeah, I'm excited to share with you this practice that I've been using for a while. I've had different bits and pieces of it over the years. Like for a while, I did a fear inventory pretty regularly, just that on its own. Other times, there are lots and lots of traditions where you like express gratitude and you really connect with that. And more recently, I've been doing like a longer, more, I like almost hesitated to say that because I don't want to scare you guys. People are like, oh, I'm already doing so much, you want me to do even more. But I've been doing a more involved mindset practice that I really, really enjoy and has been super powerful. So I know I could have just given you that. And in fact, in a previous video I did, I just like went into the entire process and shared all of that. But I thought I'd come in and kind of break it down piece by piece just so that you could, really connect with each piece. And I thought it would probably make it more likely for you to do it all if you got to sink into a little bit at a time and kind of add. So today the piece that we're focusing on is celebration and gratitude. I almost forgot it. Yeah, celebration and gratitude, or brags. That's a word that is commonly used in some circles. Like there's a woman known as Mama Gina who likes using the word brags for celebration. So whatever feels fun for you. If brags feels edgy for you, if you feel like you're not supposed to brag because that's not what good, nice people do, nice people don't brag, then I would probably encourage you to play with the idea that you're bragging and really step into claiming like, I'm actually really good at this and I really killed it at this. Another thing that can be fun is doing future brags. So you're bragging about something that hasn't happened yet, but you believe it will. So yeah, you just spend some time writing down your celebrations, big or small. Like some of them can be even cheeky. Like I brag that I took a shower right before doing this live and my hair is not dry and I'm on here anyway. That's kind of cool. I didn't have to be perfect in order to show up here today and do this. I brag that the people in Liberated Business love it so much and it hasn't even technically started. and we're just having so much fun together. I brag that I know that I can't mess this up no matter what I do. This being this live. Hey, welcome to folks who are joining. I know that I can't mess this up no matter what, whether that's my life or my practice or this live, because I trust that I'm doing what I need to do. And even when I ruffle feathers, that is actually for the good. I brag that I know how to clean up my messes. I brag that I've had a really nice week with my partner visiting me. That's been really nice and sweet. So you can just kind of go and go and go with these brags and with these celebrations. You can celebrate that you got out of bed this morning. You can celebrate that you've shown up for your clients throughout 2020 as a therapist. You can brag that you raised your fee like $5 if that feels like kind of like edgy thing that you've done. It doesn't matter the size of the brag. It just matters that you do it, that you're celebrating, because a lot of us have this idea that I'll celebrate once I've reached X goal. Once I've gotten to this point, then it's worthwhile to celebrate. Then I would have really made it. But the problem with that is that it becomes this moving target. You do get to that point of celebrate or where you've met that mark, but you still don't feel like you've really gotten it. And then and then you just ultimately, that means you never get to feel your satisfaction. And so we learn how to celebrate what we have right now. Like for instance, I remember a while back, I kept on telling myself when I was building my practice, once I make more money, and it was a very amorphous goal. It was like, once I make more money, once I have a full practice, and of course that kept on changing how I defined that, then I'll quit this side hustle. Then I'll stop doing this other job. And I was making more money. I was making a little bit more money all the time. But it still never felt comfortable to quit that side hustle. And I just got to a point where I was like, wait a minute, I'm not gonna wait anymore for it to be comfortable to do this. I'm just gonna decide to do it. And I think that's because we can learn how to cultivate the feeling, the experience that we wanna have. We actually start to learn how to cultivate that experience right now instead of waiting for this life circumstance to be the cause for that feeling. We start to learn how to work with our bodies and with our emotions to create the experience internally that we want to have. Maybe what we want to have is self-approval. Maybe the connection we make with having a full practice or making X amount of dollars is that I want to be relaxed, or then I will have really proven myself. What if we can approve of ourselves 100% right now, and we're not waiting for that external marker to give us permission to do that, right? How can we start to actually cultivate that right now? Let's see if there's anything else I want to say about that. Yeah, one other kind of tweak to this could be, and this is something that's new to me, so I'm finding my words to describe it. One of the other ways to kind of celebrate or savor what you have is, if there are things in your life that are repeating that you claim that you don't like, I really want to be making more money. I'm not making as much money as I would like. I really don't like that. I really want to be making more. Well, what if there was a part of you that did in fact get something out of not making a lot of money? And if so, what does that feel like? What's that feeling of not making a lot of money? What's that feeling of not making a lot of money and then hearing your client talk about a vacation they just went on, right? What is that sensation in your body? And can you see if there's actually some pleasure there? This comes from a woman named Carolyn Elliott who wrote a book called Existential Kink. And the premise on a very basic level is that if we've got something in our lives, if something is showing up in our lives, especially something that's repeated, then there's a part of us that wants that. And she describes it as kind of this existential kink. We get this kinky pleasure out of having this thing in our lives over and over again that we say we don't want, but it's there over and over despite our best efforts. So what's up with that? And her idea is that if we allow ourselves to really savor and enjoy and feel pleasure in that thing that we say we don't like, but maybe we're getting something out of it, then that desire can actually become transformed. We can bring the unconscious to the conscious, and then we can transform that desire maybe into something that's more aligned with what we say we actually want. So that's maybe another form of gratitude, connecting with the pleasure in what you already have, maybe even the parts that you don't like. And we do this with our clients. We ask them, this is really common in addiction when people are wanting to recover from substances, and they're like, oh, this is really bad, but they keep on doing it. And so we begin to get curious, and we ask well, what are you getting out of that? How is this serving you? And so we do it there. Why would we think that other life areas are any different than that? So that's an invitation to take it to that place. And so brags and gratitude. Yeah, so then we're just expressing gratitude for all of the things in our life that we're grateful for. Again, big or small, it doesn't matter. They can be tiny wins. I guess I'm talking about money a lot because I'm a business coach, and so I help people make money in ways that feel good to them. And sometimes also ways that feel challenging to them, right? Things that challenge how we see ourselves in the world and what it means for us to make money. One of the things I've been learning about money is if we want money to come to us, we need to be grateful for the money we have. My coach, Kimberly Pendleton, shared this metaphor that I want to share with you. She likened it to going on a date. with someone and like they took you out to a restaurant and maybe they took you to get Italian food when you would have really liked sushi or something like that, and you liked this person and you were excited to be with them, but like they took you to the wrong place and you were all gripey and upset about that, and you shared that with them. You were just like, yeah, like whatever, I would have really rather had like sushi. This is like, okay, I guess. And like that's not going to be very inviting to them. Like they might not want to go on another date with you, but like what if you could be like, thank you so much for taking me out on this great date. I'm really happy to be spending time with you. And by the way, I love sushi. Could we go get sushi next time? Like that is like much more likely to get you the results that you want. And so the kind of mantra with money is like, thank you, more please. So maybe you want, maybe you want to be making, I'm just going to put out a number that probably feels big to a lot of people. Maybe you want to be making like $14K in your psychotherapy practice every month. But maybe this month you only got like 3,000. And you're like, oh, I didn't get it. Like I'm so far away. And you're like up in your head focusing on like how far away you are from this goal. I know it's hard, but even if it's just for a few moments, you get to be angry. You're not going to mess this up by being angry, but like even if it's just for a few moments, can you connect to that? Thank you for what I've received. More please. We're on the right track. We're getting there. We're chugging along. I'm not going to quit. It doesn't have to take a long time. I'm open to receiving money in ways that I'm not currently thinking about. I'm open to receiving money through gifts, through checks showing up, through things I had forgotten about that suddenly come through. I'm open to receiving money. Thank you. More please. All right, folks, so those are the two pieces for today. Celebrations / brags and gratitude. So those are the two pieces that I want you to focus on today. We'll move into other pieces tomorrow, but we're just taking this bit by bit. So that's all you need to do today is just focus on those two elements, and I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Bye, y'all.